piss my pants. I'm gonna 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 piss my pants. All right. Let me get it. Are we ready? Are we ready, chat? 07 in chat if you're ready to watch this. Let's do it. It's our first time watching this together. I'm so emotional. Okay, let's go. Oh my god. Just turn it up a little bit more. I'm gonna breathe. I might actually cry now that I'm watching it with y'all. I just can't believe this is happening.
Gondor Wonder Roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
Yeah, okay. We will dissect it. We will. Here she is. Like, it looks so good. It just looks so good.
Guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
God, it looks so good.
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
This scary fucker. This bit had me losing my mind because I thought it was over, and then I heard him.
If I could just forget what happened that night. Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
I'm so happy. I just... Okay. We have to dissect this, okay? We have to dissect. Okay, so the thing about this is I'm so excited because most of the people who worked on the Resident Evil 2 remake worked on this, which Resident Evil 2 remake is... So I am very excited. Very excited for that. If they cut out a lot of 4, it will vanish into outer space. I don't think they will. I really think that... I have faith that they're going to do it justice. I have faith that they're going to do it justice, especially if this is the team that worked on RE2 remake. I have faith that they're going to do this well. But I think the beauty of remakes is that you get to completely reimagine this game that you maybe played when you were a kid on older consoles or whatever, and it's updated and it's new and it matches, like you said, the modern branding. And I just think it's a welcome. Okay, frame by frame dissection is what I want to do. I'm being insufferable. Obviously, the first thing we see is the R. And like, when I saw this last night, I was like, is this Resident Evil? In my head, I was like, is this Resident Evil? Looking back, you know, like thinking about the original artwork of Resident Evil 4, you know, like this, really, like, you know, it is a dead giveaway. I was scared. I was scared. Okay, I was scared. But the coloring and the forest, it's all there. It's all there, plus R. So like, you know. This is Paul Mercier that voiced Leon in The Merchant in the original. I wonder if that means we're gonna get the same from Nick, but also if they get a fresh VA for The Merchant, that's cool. That's true. I wonder. That's very exciting. That's very exciting. I don't know. Didn't even think of that. Also, the Spanish music was also a dead giveaway, you know. But there we go. Resident Evil 4. See, when I see this, right? When I see this frame, to me, this doesn't look like the same face model that they use for RE2, but then when there's like, there's a frame, like, I don't know, somewhere when it shows him in the car, like this one, it looks like the same face model. So I'm like, I wonder what that's about. Like this frame, I recognize that side profile anywhere. So I'm wondering like what that is about. And to me, this looks a lot more like Infinite Darkness Leon. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Someone did mention that there's rumors that this ties into Infinite Darkness. And if it does, like, that outfit that he's wearing in this frame is what he wears in Infinite Darkness. He wears a suit like this in Infinite Darkness, and he is much older. So if it is tied with Infinite Darkness, that would be pretty cool. This frame is a flash forward at the end. Yeah. Like the whole game could actually be him remembering it or a flashback of it, and then it somehow ties into Infinite Darkness, because in Infinite Darkness they do talk about Leon's time in saving Ashley. Like they mention that in Infinite Darkness. Also, our first glimpse of Ashley is here. What do we think? What do we think of Ashley? And I, like Harv said in chat, the fact that it's all like set at night and it looks much spookier and much darker, I really like that, because whilst RE4 is like a scary game and definitely would have been a scary game of its time, it's not the same like horror element as the remakes now. So I like this whole like ambiance. It's very good. I am very intrigued if they will keep in like Leon. Everybody says they're annoyed by that line, and yes, it does get annoying and you're like, Ashley, shut up when you play. But I think the thing is that it is so iconic that if they got rid of it, it's like, you know, I just think it's too iconic to not have her shout Leon in a very whiny voice. Like that is RE4, you know? But yeah, I love the whole ambience of it. This bit, like, this looks horrifying. Like, it looks so scary. Like Leon actually going through here, like, actually looks so scary. And like I said, like RE4, when it came out, like obviously I only played it last year. I only got into Resident Evil last year, so I didn't have like the experience of playing RE4 when it first came out. I can imagine that it was like very scary, and even though it's a very like brightly lit game in a lot of places at the time and in those graphics, I think it was probably very scary. It still is scary, it definitely still is, but you can kind of see in the journey of the Resident Evil games and the way that they were going. Resident Evil 4 was when they started to focus more on like the action element of the games, because then we had RE5 and RE6, which are just pure action games. Like they're not really horror games at that point. I wouldn't class them, I mean, they're still horror, but I wouldn't class them as like scary horror. This to me is like horror. Like this looks scary. And also one of the scariest things about RE4 for me personally was the water monster. If the water monster is still in the game, I'm gonna piss myself. That water monster is terrifying just because it's in water. It's already terrifying in, you know, the original game. But in the remake, it's gonna be all kinds of cracked. All kinds of cracked. And I'm very scared. Also, I'm glad that they got rid of her ugly sweater that kind of just looked like it had blood on it. I like, from what we can see of Ashley's model, like, I like it. I like it. Okay, can we just talk about... I saw this frame and I was like, his hair looks so good. This made me pee. Like, I think this frame is an absolute testament to how well they've worked on this game. Look at this shit. Like, are you joking? Like... It's so good. Like, I'm gonna pay. Like, the details. And Leon, I see you looking into that fire. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this man. Look at this man. That is my husband. Like, that is legit. That's my husband. And this is our first glimpse of Louis. The enemies look absolutely horrifying. Let me hide my webcam for a second. Absolutely horrifying. I think one of the things that makes Resident Evil 4 so scary is the fact that a lot of the enemies look very human, and that shit is so scary. But you know what is even scarier than this man right here? The fucking Chainsaw Men. I'm gonna be so scared of the Chainsaw Men. They look horrifying. I'm so scared of them. Also, like, you know, everything about this game compared to the original is like so much darker. So, you know, the castle and stuff in the original game is so brightly lit because of the graphics. This is dark. This is dark and scary. And walking around that like castle place is gonna be horrifying. It's gonna be horrifying. And I'm wondering, are they gonna make the same weird noises? Like, what kind of noises are they gonna make? Listen, she looks great. Okay, we got Ada booby shot. Listen, I can't even be mad and jealous of her, but listen, I'm excited for her. I am. I'm excited for her. She looks so good. We can only see the bottom of her face, and she looks so good. She's still trying to steal my man, but it's fine. But yeah, she looks great. Interesting, that she has a different outfit. No red dress. She looks so good, even just from like this one shot. She looks so good. And I hope there's some kind of like thing to play as Ada. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hope we get to play as her to do stuff. I hope there's an Ada storyline is what I'm trying to say. I'm too excited. Listen, we have our beef fighting over a man, but also I wouldn't even be mad if me and Ada ran away together and just like, maybe Leon is the drama. You know, maybe he's the drama. I don't know. This guy, I forget what he's even called, but I remember him. He's so scary. Torres Mendez. Him. Yeah, he's fucking horrifying. And then he turns into like the big thing that you have to fight. Also, these enemies, hang on a second. Resident Evil 4 enemies. Let's just have a little reminisce of how fucking horrid all of these enemies are gonna be. Definitely the Regenerators and the Chainsaw Men are gonna be awful. Kind of looks like you know the scene in the game where you have to go up the hill and all of those enemies are like on the hill and you're going up to the castle that way? That looks like this scene to me.
It begins now.
Horrifying and so good. I love how you spent the last few days missing Leon. Here we are. I literally tweeted this week saying, do you ever wake up emotional about Leon? But he's gonna be terrifying. He's gonna be terrifying, and like his final boss, like this is the scene where, like, you saw me earlier. We rewatched this earlier. This is my boy. Like, that is my man. Like, can I just hide myself for a second? Like, this scene! And hearing his voice for the first time. So good. So good.
For a second.
And our first look at Ashley, and also the rest of Leon's outfit. Yeah, so our first look at Ashley, and I think she looks great. She's like really cute. This makes me happy. I don't know, just this just looks so good. This just looks so good. Looks so good. Like, I can't even breathe. And that's it. March 24th, 2023. My birthday month.